Well, I figure if I want to eat really good food right now, I'm going to have to cook it myself. So I'm going to make some homemade pasta and some shrimp. Stretching! Yay! Callie, good girl. Pinky, you are lazy. And Sandy Boo Bubbles, everybody's having a good day. I love you, Missy. Oh, I love you guys. Okay, in the kitchen I go. All right, so these are the frozen items. I have frozen cream, frozen shallots that I picked myself, frozen shrimp, and my frozen herb butter that I made myself, and some frozen bacon grease. So I've got a few things here, and I'm going to create some homemade pasta. Oh, my daughter just doesn't listen. Don't do that, Samantha. These are the best shrimp because they're from Argentina and they have very clean water there. So I put this in with just some cold water, and they won't take long to thaw. By the time I've done everything else, they'll be perfect. Okay, seriously, you got to order these from Hannah Homes. They're unbelievable. So one of these cloths are good for up to like 20 paper towel rolls. Are you kidding? What? Yeah, amazing. Hannah Homes, you rock. All in the preparation. My Value Village pans. The shrimp is in cold water, and it's going to, I should probably change that water, it's freezing. But that's a good way to thaw. Save your seeds. I'm lazy today. I'm just using one big knife to chop everything. Smells pretty good. It's the little things like the homemade garlic herb butter and the shallots that you find yourself. Okay, I better get the pasta going. And this herb garlic butter goes a long way. We'll put our shrimp in there when it's hot. Gotta make my pasta. Ooh, that butter is ready for my shrimp. Already I can smell them. Very nice, very nice. Thank you, Argentina. These shrimp are shrinking. That's why they're called the shrimp. They shrink. Not really. Maybe. There we go. I think I'll turn them off for now. You know, is that a shell? No. I think I'll turn them off for now. Mary Lind Organics. Thank you for the flour. I'm going to turn it into pasta. You are going to be manifested into pasta with the help of these eggs and meat. I'll use a mixture of both. Salt, some eggs. It's a messy process. So if it's too dry, just add a little bit of water. I'm gonna sprinkle a little flour on it, and I'm gonna put it back in my bag I saved and let it sit. Pasta with shrimp is coming right out. You gotta keep your working station clean and organized, especially if it's a small space. See? Nothing wrong with frozen stuff. It's all good. You made it yourself. Look at that. Just as fresh as the day I made it. So some of the reasons why you would freeze stuff is because you just don't feel like finishing it. So I've made this sauce. It doesn't look that good, but there's pesto and cream and tomatoes and stuff. And I've got the water ready to boil the pasta. And there's the pasta, but I just don't feel like finishing it. So I'm gonna go outside for a bit, and that's it. Well, I started cooking and got, you know, everything done except for the pasta, running it through the machine. And then I had an audition, so I put all my energy into the audition, and now I don't feel like cooking. So I'm having a break, and hopefully I'll figure it out. If not, I'll open up a box of pasta and add it to my sauce. Probably not, but it's an option. All right, I'm finishing it. I really don't feel like it, but I'm doing it, so I can at least post the finished product, but the sauce is pretty tasty. So you do this a couple of times. You close this until it's a little bit thinner each time. Run it through. And you know why I feel like doing it now? I just had my oregano. So here we go. I'm doing a half-assed job because I don't feel like it. That's way too thin. So I'm gonna take that off and start again. That's way too thin. See what happens when you don't feel like doing stuff? You don't do a very good job. I am being very, very sloppy. Yeah, that's not working. So if it's too wet, it sticks together, and then you need more flour. So I'm gonna sprinkle some flour on that, and then run it through the machine. It's my half-assed effort because I really don't feel like finishing it, but I am. And see, when it's too wet, you gotta peel it like that, separate it. Peel them apart. I'm too tired to finish, but I'm going to push myself. That's why I'm only doing a little bit. I'll put the pasta in the fridge for tomorrow, and if I don't feel like doing it tomorrow, you know what the drill is. I'm gonna stick it in the freezer. All right, so this is a bit wet still, so I'm just gonna put some flour on it. And I'm gonna run it through the fettuccine cutter. And then probably have to pull it apart because it's too wet, which is fine. You know, it just makes more work for yourself, but I actually added too much olive oil because it came out so fast. But you know, that's okay, that's okay. All right, 2 more. My water's boiling, and I am going to add the pasta to my sauce. The sauce turned out pretty good, actually. It doesn't look that great, but it tastes pretty good. And then I'm gonna relax today. I have to do my audition tomorrow again because I kind of messed up on it. So I have another opportunity to do it again. I didn't know the rules, because there's rules, you know, there's rules to everything. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good day. And if you're not making homemade pasta, that's okay. Ooh, that's a nice one. That's very nice. If you can feel that, that's so good. So I'm just gonna add a bit of flour. And that's why people leave their pasta out. Like I could leave this out and let it dry. But I'm gonna cook it right away. So still wet, pulling it apart. Have a good night, and don't forget to stretch and use healthy products. Peace. Wow, look at that. That is going in the water. My half-assed effort. Nice. The color is like that because I put a lot of olive oil in it. It actually kind of poured out. But it was olive oil my sister-in-law gave me from, I think it was from Greece. It was amazing. So it's only gonna make it taste great, you know? And this turned out pretty good. A little bit of Parmesan. be careful that you don't grate your fingers. And always keep your hair up when you're cooking, because hair and food really don't mix, you know what I mean? I love my tools that I get from Value Village. It's treasure hunting, but when you use that, look how much you don't waste. So I added the little bit of cheese that I had left over and this garlic herb butter that I made. And there you go. You can just eat it like that. My daughter likes it like that. There you go. Hope you're all having a good day. That smells so good. That garlic herb butter that I made and froze just added that nice flavor to it. Don't forget to freeze stuff. Yeah, I think I'm going to freeze this pasta for the next time. And I like to use pot lids when I put it in the fridge. It just makes it easier.